And today for the Champions Club, we have Black Seal, Kentucky Straight Bourbon from the 1993-1994 Blockbuster Video Game Championship. The one with the 37-inch vertical leap,
AKA
Dr. Disrespect. Welcome back to Spirits Collective.
I'm Alex.
And I'm Adan.
And this is the show where we all learn to drink together.
This is Black Steel Small Batch, coming in at 46.5 alcohol by volume, or 93 proof. This is bottled and distilled by the Black Steel Spirit Company in Bardstown, Kentucky. Here in my hands, I have bottle 3,965. Other than that, we don't know a whole lot about this bottle. We just know that it comes from the man himself, Dr. Disrespect. So, how much do you know about Dr. Disrespect?
Out of all the streamers, and I don't watch streamers, I watch like when they make their little highlight compilations and all that. Dr. Disrespect's are my favorite. He's the most engaging, the most entertaining, the funniest.
Definitely streaming, you have to be an entertainer, right? Yeah.
Some of these guys are pretty boring, but Dr. Disrespect is easily the most engaging, the most entertaining.
Plus, he kind of every time I watch like a Dr. Disrespect video, it just makes me want to play like Warzone or like whatever he's playing.
Yeah, I was also gonna say that from what I've seen, he never really breaks character. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's really cool that he separates sort of his life from his character. You know, obviously there's Mrs. Assassin and all that, but he keeps Dr. Disrespect separate from his actual real self.
I mean, there's been a few times where he's kind of like unmasked himself,
broken
but
character.
I understand those times, you know? But yeah, man, I mean, we could talk about him all day, but what does it matter if his whiskey's no good?
Yeah, and a few things I like right off the bat, a few things I don't. By the way, this is the bottle design segment where we talk about the overall bottle design. And I will say it gives me like a very old school Japanese, Caribbean sort of pirate feel. It's really weird, but other overall, it's just a very weird looking bottle design. Like I can't really get a feel for what they were going for. What about you?
It is a pretty weird bottle design.
In a good way though, not like as a knock. It's just I get like a Japanese flair, like an old school flair, and then like a Pirates of the Caribbean type deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I actually don't have a whole lot to say about it. It looks pretty good. It has a cork. I mean, it's just kind of odd, but like you said, in a good way. It doesn't like. I would still pick it up if I saw it, you know. And a big shout out to our cousin Aaron for loaning us his bottle to try out on the show today. Really appreciate it.
We've had this bottle, not in our possession, but we've had this bottle for like
it's been waiting for us. Yeah.
Yeah, and just could never really physically get our hands on it. But our cousin Aaron bought it specifically for this reason. Like this is not a part of our collection, but he said, I'm gonna buy this and I'm gonna hold it until you guys review it until I can take it back. So
to Japan, by the way.
But yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for the cork sound.
All right, let's go. All right.
So the whiskey has been poured. Easy pour, right? None of this sexton crap.
I'll never let it go.
There was another one recently. Oh, the Sexton of Tequila Gran Cataramino by Kevin Hart.
God. The pour wasn't the only bad thing there.
The color looks very light to me. I don't know about you.
It's pretty light. Looks like
looks pretty light.
apple juicy. On the visuals, it goes down pretty slowly.
/visuals.
Pretty slowly for me. The tears.
Also, the proof got me excited. It's not a typical 80 proofer, which a lot of people do, especially celebrities.
Yeah, I feel like when they make the 80 proofs, it's more like for the accessibility of it. So buy more. You know?
It's more for the approachability.
Yeah, approachability. Exactly.
So far, you have a leg up on Brothers Bond Bourbon because they started with an 80 proofer and then went on from there.
Oh. I'm getting like a green apple-y type of smell.
Definitely a green apple.
I'm getting like a butteriness.
All right, butteriness. What else?
Like a butterscotchy type butteriness. Maybe a little bit of caramel with that.
I just get more of the green apple and the caramel sort of fusing together to make a nice caramel covered green
And then
apple.
just like a classic bourbon, smell.
You know what I've noticed? When you do a Coke and whiskey, I've been drinking a lot of Coke and whiskey recently. Coke and whiskey really brings out the leather. You know how leather is one of those bourbon-y notes? And I never really get leather.
In every way, dude. I agree with you.
When you put Coke and whiskey, you get a lot of that leather.
You know what? A little bit of coconut. Slight hint. Coconut.
I gotta say, I'm stumped, man. You're gonna have to carry the reins on this one.
If you're going a little too deep, it does kind of sting you a little bit. It's like, whoa, back up. Too deep.
I'm gonna do the classic.
Don't nose me so
classic. Hello. How are you? Thank you very
hard.
much.
Do the classic.
I know you're calling out. He'd be getting more notes than us, that's for sure.
It's like creamy. I don't know. It's like a creamy.
Yeah, I can see
Creaminess.
that. A richness.
Without further ado,
Let's go into the taste.
Champions Club. Cheers.
Collectors. Black Steel Kentucky Straight Bourbon coming at you with the heavy hitters. Batch 1. Vanilla. Milk. Ice cream.
I got like a vanilla-ness. You're right, like a vanilla-ness.
I was just
Even though you're just
bullshitting
kidding,
you.
but I did get a vanilla-ness.
Have you seen that guy?
The ice cream guy? Yeah.
Cover all 9,000 taste bud. Aerate it. Warm it up. Driving up that top note.
I got like a breadiness, kind of like coffee cakey type of taste.
Okay. I think I see what you mean.
And also, right now in the back of it, I'm getting like a buttery creaminess out of it.
Not getting any of that. Sorry, Dr. Disrespect, but
You're being disrespected right now.
if I like this, I'm donating. I'm not donating. I'm what's it called? Never mind.
I want you to try something. Take a sip and just feel the way it feels in your mouth, like the mouthfeel.
You mean like how I did the first time?
Okay. It's creamy, like there's like a creaminess, like a
Just
thickness to
mouthfeel.
it.
Focus
Yeah.
on the mouthfeel. Okay.
There's like a thickness to it.
Just busting your balls.
Because I don't know about you, because the first sip I took kind of hit me with a
the
surprise. It's been a while.
was nice, but yeah, it smacked me around a little. But there's some good things there. There's just couldn't focus for obvious reasons. You can cut it out. I don't know. But for obvious reasons,
My daughter started crying.
Yeah, I was disturbed like mid sip.
You're gonna see
my
it.
thought process.
My daughter started crying. Yeah, I don't know. It's like a balance of sweetness and bitterness, but I would say the bitterness is a little bit stronger for me. Still, I'm getting like a buttery creaminess. I'm getting that vanilla.
God.
I'm getting like a coffee cake.
That second sip is way nicer. Probably because I could
Because nobody's
focus.
yelling.
Yeah. I could focus. Ooh, that's rich. You get like those basic bourbon-y notes, but like there's like an added richness to him, like a depth to him.
I see that.
And it's
almost-
very nice.
Overall, pretty good experience so far.
What's your favorite Dr. Disrespect moment? I feel like it's the one where you're talking shit.
I am.
I actually, he's rezzed. You gonna talk about the one where he's rezzed?
Let me tell you what happened. So it's such a funny moment because he's so fucking like what do you call it? He's so cocky.
Aggro. And they all play aggro, like aggressive.
Yeah, he's super aggressive, he's super cocky. So this guy dies, right? It was in Verdansk, the good old days. He dies.
Good old days.
There was a team of 4 on top of one of those apartment complexes on the roof. Just a team of 4. This guy dies, comes back, flies in with a pistol, gets annihilated, and gets so mad that he shuts down the game. and I'm just like, bro, what did you expect? Those same people just killed him, by the way. That's my favorite moment. I know it's not like a good moment, but it's hilarious, and I think that's why people watch him.
There was a trio in Apex, his trio, right?
Yeah.
And there was one person left, and the one person like starts dumping all his stuff, meaning like, let's 1v1, let's box, and his teammates are like, oh, who wants it? And Doc immediately just starts unloading his armor, his guns, everything, and then they just start boxing, and I don't even think this guy, the opponent, got a single hit off. And Dr. Disrespect just like murdered this guy. And it was super funny. And his reaction was like, like, get out of my game. Like stuff like that. He's always yelling.
I think it's really good. I think it's a really smooth, well-rounded whiskey. I wouldn't say it's nicely balanced. For me, it was a little more bitter than there was more bitterness in there, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad bitterness.
I got a good amount of sweetness. But like the bitter's in the back end for you?
It's
throughout?
Yeah.
Okay. Huh.
I would say it starts sweet, but then the bitterness just comes in and it's all there throughout.
And we're back with On the Rocks.
What do you anticipate? Quickly.
I'm expecting fridge ice with some bourbon.
This guy. I'm expecting bitterness just because it was dominantly bitter.
I hope it's nice just because it's not your stereotypical 80 proofer, but let's get in there.
On the nose.
Cheers.
Oh my God.
Fuck. Nice and fridgy. Freezer burn.
That fridge ice smells like asshole.
TV dinner. Frozen vegetables.
Shut the hell up, bro. Waffles? Ice cream?
Ego, Lego, my ego. I mean, not much on the nose. Killed that subtle, pleasant green apple caramel for me.
Not a lot for me. Let's go.
It starts off.
It's actually okay, not bad.
And then I get like a butteriness and then bitterness, but the bitterness is actually going away pretty fast. Spoke to.
It's actually weird. Pretty good. It's actually pretty good.
It's like it's about to get super bitter, and then it doesn't, and then it kind of comes back. But there's like a sweetness. There's a butteriness.
I apologize. My kids are crying. It's good. I'm gonna say it's good. Verdict.
Verdict time.
All right.
Adan, being someone who is affiliated with this, would you recommend this to beginners? And how did you feel about it?
I actually thought this was pretty good. Because we're pretty seasoned, I feel, at this point. Like we go out, we take shots now, we drink. It's not really a big deal anymore.
Yeah, but I still feel like I know nothing.
Yeah, even when I make it a big deal, I take the shot and it's no big deal. So I don't know how much my palate has gotten used to just drinking this kind of stuff. But I'm going to say that this is actually pretty smooth. And I would, if a beginner doesn't want to buy something like your typical whiskey, something that I feel is even, I would say, rare. It's not really, you don't really see it out in the liquor store. Something with a little bit more flavor, a little bit more bite. I would say this is a good choice, especially if you're somebody that games and is a big fan of Dr. Disrespect. I would say go for it. It's a really good whiskey. That's how I feel.
The only thing I can compare it to is Brothers Bond Bourbon, another celebrity whiskey, right? Most of the celebrity stuff we do is tequila, and all of it so far has been bad, right? If I'm not mistaken. There's a trend here. You want to go the crappy route, the easy money route, do tequila, like The Rock, like Kevin Hart. I'm going to stop there. I'm going to go crazy. Or you can go the more, I like bourbon. I'm going to go that route. And that's what Dr. Disrespect did. And it's also more fitting for his brand too. It made sense. And I'm glad he did because I enjoyed it. Score time.
All right. I'm going to give this 3.75 D's nuts out of 5.
Dude, you read my mind.
That's a perfect score.
I was gonna go 3.8 D's nuts on your face out of 5.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's like I'd say like 2.53 is like in the middle, and this is above the middle. And I think overall they did a good job. Batch number 2, supposedly better, right? Tasted it, liked it, but they're like, let's go back to the drawing board maybe, age it a little longer. Yeah, overall for take 1, I dig it. I'm impressed.
And we were right there on the same page, which is kind of rare.
Yeah.
So bringing the score to 3.775 D's nuts on your face out of 5.
Ski. Have you seen me in
say
the club?
I can't say anything
trying to
without
see
being
what's
vulgar.
up.
I think like the first game I really got into like online was Call of Duty 2. And that shit's so old.
Anyway, those lobbies are like kind of crazy.
Gears of War
There's nothing
1.
like it anymore, but
There's not.
those lobbies were crazy.
Everybody's a bitch now.
All right, don't.
All right, Gears of War 1, Halo 1. Halo 1 when we played in the library. Good times, man.
Good times.
007? I come from those days. 007? Split screen?
I come from
Cruising the world, Alex?
Cruising the World, Hydro Thunder,
Hydro Thunder?
Donkey Kong Country, Mario.
The game
the
with the
3D one?
Brum-dum-dum.
Oh, Need for Speed
Yeah,
Underground.
Need for Speed.
The only good Need for Speed. One of the few good Need for Speed games out there.
Yeah, but we still game, play Warzone every once in a while.
Yeah, but guys, let us know what you think if you've tried this before. If not, for the right price point, pick it up maybe. If not, batch 2 supposedly better. That's it for me. Guys, remember to drink responsibly, but of course, drink what you like.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Good night, Champions Club.
Cheers. And don't forget to comment bottle recommendations. As you can see, we take those seriously. Cheers. One last sip.
Cheerios flavor. I just took my sip.